Hola a todos, muy buenas. This is Spanish with Patri, and I am Patri, as you can expect. And today I am here to help you out with something very basic in Spanish, but believe it or not, even my most advanced students struggle with. What's that? Los números, the numbers. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to say any number in Spanish. I mean it, any number. And if you stick until the end, you will also be able to say your age in Spanish using numbers, ask and give a phone number, give your address using numbers, and important, we do it every day, talk about dinero, money, money, money. And at the very, very end, I'm getting completely out of my comfort zone and we're doing a little maths challenge in Spanish. And I'm saying, yes, I am terrible at maths. I had to have a tutor when I was at school. That's how bad it was. My brain is language orientated. But anyway, are you ready? Vamos! Okay, I'm going to divide this video into different sections. The first section is going to be numbers 1 till 10. Okay, here you have them. Tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am not sure why this one is always pronounced wrong. 6, and they always misspell it. E before the I, guys. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now you know numbers 1 till 10, del 1 al 10. Now, can I just remind you, my pronunciation, guys, is from Madrid, from Spain. If you travel to Central America, Latin America, the pronunciation changes a lot. They wouldn't say 10 with the TH sound at the end for the theta that I'm doing. They would say 10. Okay? And that happens with many, many numbers and many other words. For example, 5, cinco, would not be cinco over there. It would be cinco. So in Spain, the Z's and the C and the E and the C and the I is pronounced like a TH sound. The, thi, and then the Z, the as well. Okay? Or th at the end of the word. I know this is considered like a lisp. It's not a lisp. It's the proper pronunciation from that area. Okay? So, just letting you know. Now we move on to 11 to 19. I'm not going to go on to 20 yet. 11 till 19. Let's start with once. Again, notice that pronunciation. I say once. People from South America or even the southern parts of Spain or the Canary Islands, they would say once. I say once. Once, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is a tricky one because I've heard a lot of people saying quince. It's not quince, it's quince. That's how we pronounce the Q everywhere. Ki. 15. 15, we don't pronounce the U. And now we go to the teens. The dieci beginning of the number is the equivalent of the teen ending in English. So we go 16, 17, 18, 19, and that's it. I'm going to stop over there. I'm not going to go to 20. 19. I'm going to leave it there for now. That's our second section of the video. So we've done del 1 al 10, from 1 to 10. Nice and easy. I think most people know and can manage those ones. And then we've done our teens, del 11 al 19. Remember that 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 are irregulars. We don't follow any rules in particular of writing those and pronouncing those. However, from 16 till 19, we use the 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. Vale, and now pasamos a los 20. We're going to the 20s now. Del 20 al 29, from 20 to 29. Now, how do we say 20? I've already said it. 20. 20. Notice that it ends in an E. 20. And notice that the V, I'm not pronouncing it as a V, I'm pronouncing it as a B. 20. In Spanish, the V's and the B's are always pronounced B, okay? So 20, that's the 20. And now I need to say 20 and 1, 20 and 2, 20 and 3. How do I do that? ¿Va a llegar el cartero y el perro va a ladrar? No, no está ladrando el perro. Thought the dog was gonna bark. Okay, so 21 would be technically, if we think of the logic and if we think of how Spanish is written, 20 is 20 and is Y, the Y, remember, Y, and then uno, 20 y uno. That doesn't sound right, does it? Because the word 20 ends in an Y, 20 y uno, 20 y dos. It just sounds weird, okay? So what we've done is get rid of that Y. We don't want it in there. Get rid of it and put an I instead of the Y and the E. So we've got 20. And then just add the number from 1 till 9. So it would look something like this. Well, it would look exactly like this. 21, 22. You see how I'm joining it together with all the pronunciation? It's just one word. It goes all together. 21, 22, 23. Let's continue. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And I'm going to stop there. Okay? 29. Remember, the 20s are a bit of an exception. Why? Because the 20 ends in an E. 20, and then putting the Y in the middle, 20 and 1, it just didn't sound correct. So they thought, let's get rid of it. We don't want that Y, and let's just put an I in between, okay? 20 and the number. Does that make sense? Don't get confused, because I've seen a lot of my students mistaking this in exams and in assessments and writing down 20 for 20 with an I ending, or mistaken the ending in 22 and instead of putting the I, putting an E. It can get quite confusing. Don't worry. Remember, 20, 20, any number above 20, between 20 and 29, 20 with the I, 20. Now I'm going for the tens. Vamos a las decenas. I feel like one of these lottery girls. Vamos con las decenas. One of these concursos from the TV. Y ahora las decenas. Okay. Yeah. Empezamos con el 30. We continue here with 30. 30. 30. Then we move on to 40. 40. 50. 50. 60. 60. 70. 70. 80. 80. And 90. 90. 90. Very easy. What you need to do is get your 10th, okay? 30, 40, 50, 60, whichever you are saying, then put the E in the middle. Y, E, that means and then the number from 1 till 9. So that's how it would look with the E in the middle. Don't forget that one, okay? So, how would it look with the 30s? 30, 30, y uno, 30 and 1. That's how we say it. 30 and 2, 32, 33, 34, 35. You get it, don't you? And so on. We want to do it with 40. Okay, 49, for example. 40 y 9. 49. 3 different words. 49. Remember the 20s? All one word due to pronunciation reasons. The 30s, the 40s, the 50s, separate words. All of those separate words linked with the Y in between with the and, E. E. Don't say Y. Y in Spanish means cool. Say E, okay? And that takes us all the way to 100. We've got 99, 99. And then let's get to the 100. How do we say 100? 100. We don't say un 100, 100. I know, that doesn't make any sense in Spanish. We say 100. How do we say 200? 200. 300. 300. I've put an S at the end because it's plural. First we had 100, only 100. 100. Didn't need to make it plural, but then from 200 onwards, I'm making it plural. 100, 200, 300, 400, 400. Next one doesn't follow the rule, guys. Next one is not as easy as putting the number from 1 till 9 and then the word cientos. It doesn't follow that rule. You need to say 500, 500, 500. We've got for 600, we're going for 600 now. 600. That one follows the rule. 700. Important, it's a little bit irregular. We don't say 700, we say 700. 800, 800. Nice and easy. And 900, 900. We don't say 900, we say 900. Pay attention to that, okay? Right, so we've reached 900. Now we're going to go on to 1,000. How would we say, by the way, 999? 999. Do you see that? So 900, 900, 90, 90, and 9. 99. 999. Y después, and after that, we've got 1000. Again, we don't say 1000, we don't say 1000 like we do in English. We say 1000. That's it. That's our way of saying 1,000. 1000. How do we say 2,000? 2000. Same way as you did with the hundreds. Let's do all of them. 3000. 4000. 5. Are you expecting an irregular here like you did with the hundreds? No, this one is nice and easy. 5000. 6000. 7000. 8000. 9000. We love the meals, don't we? They are so nice and easy to pronounce, okay? So you just need to use your number from 1 till 9 and then the word meal at the end. Except for the first one, remember. Vale, so how would you say 10,000 then? Moving on from there, how would you say that? 10,000. 10,000. 20,000. 20,000. Just need the initial number and then the word mil. Just like in English. 100,000. How do you say 100 again? Do you say un ciento? No, we say 100. Remember? So 100,000. 100,000. 100,000. Okay, imagine. 100,000. 100,000. 200,000. 300,000. 400,000. 900,000. What goes after that? Un millón. Un millón. 1 million. Un millón. Notice the spelling. Un millón. 1 million. I wish I won un millón in the lotería this winter. Okay, now it's challenge time. How do you say, ¿cómo se dice 228 in Spanish? In Spanish, do I really need it to say that? Okay, so 228. 200. 228. 228. 20. Notice the ending again. 28. All together as the word 28. Link it in there. Did you get that one correct? See? Venga, vamos a por la siguiente. Let's tackle the next one. I've got written in here for you 796. ¿Cómo se dice? Okay, 7. Let's go for the 7 first. 700. 700. 796. 796. 96. 96. Does that make sense? Have you noticed that I haven't put the E anywhere else other than before the last number? Notice that, because that's also quite confusing. Sometimes you put the E at the front. No. The E at the very, very end. So, 796. ¿Vale? A ver, pasamos a los 1000. Who's mowing the lawn now? I swear, every day. I only film once a week. Every single week, there's a neighbor mowing the lawn. Hi. That's what you get when you live in England. Everybody mows the lawn all the time. As soon as the sun is out, the mowers are out. I hope you can't hear it. 6,531. 6,531. ¿Cómo se dice? 6,000. Let's go for it. 6,500. Be careful, this one was irregular, remember? 500. 31. 31. 6,531. Seguimos con, we continue with 9,015. Random numbers that I've written down here. 9,015. ¿Cómo se dice? Okay, 9,000. 9,000. How do you say 15? 15. 9,015. Do I need to say 9,015? 9,015? No. 9,015. Remember that the and always goes before the last digit, the units. If you don't have any units, because you're saying a number like 15, which goes all together, just don't put a Y in there, okay? Don't put the and, E. Forget about it. 9,015. 9,015. Big number for you coming up. Right, let me read it. 345,640. Now, I need to pick at the paper. 649. Repito, I repeat. 345,649. ¿Cómo? I'm so bad at drumming. Okay. ¿Cómo se dice en español? Go little by little. Don't get overwhelmed by big numbers. I know that when you're in a shop buying or something like that, it can be really threatening and you're thinking, oh my God, and you panic on the moment. Don't panic. Just breathe and think of the numbers little by little. Work your way down from the biggest number to the smallest, to the unit. ¿Cómo se dice? Right, 300. 300. We haven't got to the 1,000 yet. 300. Now we need to say 45. So 340, 40, and then 5. 45. 345. That's it. First step. 345,000. 345,000. And now we're going for the second part, which was 649. 600, 640, 49. 649. Notice when I'm putting the E before the unit. 649. Repito el número? Right, let's see if I can. Okay, I'm going to read it. 345,000. Second part was 649. Who got that one right? Right, if you got that one right, can you leave me a comment, please? It really makes me very happy when you get through the challenges. Okay, y ahora, last but not least, what I promised at the beginning, let's have a look at different aspects where we can use these different numbers, okay? First of all, ¿cuántos años tienes? The classic. How old are you? In Spanish, if you watch my video on introductions, you should know by now that we don't ask people how old are you as such. We ask them, how many years have you got? Which actually kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So, how old are you in Spanish? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Please do not say años. Say años, pronounce the ñ properly. Otherwise, it can get very awkward. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? How would I answer that? Tengo. I have. That's the verb that we use because remember that the question was, how many years have you got? So, ¿cuántos años tienes? Tengo 20 años. Tengo 30 años. Okay? Etc. Tengo 40. Tengo 50. Tengo 10. Tengo 15. Whichever is your age. ¿Vale? Remember, we say tengo, the number, and then the word años. Ño, ño, ño. Años, por favor. Guys, I've heard it too many times wrong. I've heard that one wrong way too many times. Pasamos a flirty situations. Can you give me your number? ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? You can ask that, which one is your phone number? It doesn't have to be flirty. It can also be transactional. Many times it's transactional, actually. But if you're out, maybe you might want to ask somebody, oh, can I have your number? Can you give me your number? ¿Me das tu número de teléfono? You can also say, ¿me das tu número? Or ¿me das tu móvil? Any of those will do, okay? They're all kind of synonyms. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Mi número es... Apunta, apunta, write it down, apunta. In Spain, all phone numbers, mobile numbers, that is, start with a 6. So, 649, 666, 3, da 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 da. In Spanish, 649, 95, 42, 12. Por ejemplo, complete, make that up, please do not call that number. I'm going to give you a couple of more digits just in case. 53, complete random number, okay? There you go. ¿Cuál es tu dirección? You've ordered something for delivery and they can't find you. ¿Cuál es tu dirección? Mi dirección es calle Paella. Calle means street. Número 28, portal 13, piso 9, el noveno, 9th floor, puerta C. Okay, that doesn't have to do with numbers, but I thought I'd do it for the authenticity. Ah, mi código postal es 28050, Madrid. So that's how you would give your address. I love addresses in England, by the way, because they're so easy to find thanks to códigos postales. In Spain, if you type a código postal, it won't take you to the address. Whereas in England, if you type the exact numbers with the letters, it takes you pretty much straight to every address. Love it. Big fan of that system. I wish we had it in Spain. And now we go to money, 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 money. ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? How much is it? ¿Cuánto es? There you have two ways of asking for price. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto es? The answer could be cuesta 50 euros. It costs 50 euros. Cuesta 35 euros. It costs 35 euros. Imagine I'm buying a new car. And I asked them and I said, ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta este coche? How much is this car? And they say, cuesta 2.573 euros. 2,573 euros. Very accurate, that. 73 euros. Not one more, not one less. And now before I let you go, we're going to do a very quick maths challenge. But before that, I'd like to ask you, so if you're liking this lesson, if you want to keep enjoying and keep on learning some more with me, conmigo, subscribe, suscríbete, and click the me gusta, the like button. Mates. First of all, things that we need to know. Plus is más, minus or less is menos, and equal is igual. So once we've set the basics, even I know that, and I already told you maths is not my thing, I'm gonna give you a couple of problemas, okay? So we've got ¿cuánto es 35 menos 15? Let's see if you can work out those numbers. This is an easy one. ¿Cuánto es 35 menos 15? Time's up. Okay, 35 menos 15 es igual a 20. And that was 35 minus 15 equals 20. Did you hear those numbers properly? Okay, let's do one more. Una más. That one was minus, so that one was a subtraction. Let's do an addition. Vamos a hacer una suma. The last one was a resta, subtraction. Now we do a suma. 112 más 54. ¿Cuánto es 112 más 54? Escribe, write it down if you need it. Okay, 112 más 54 es, if I'm not mistaken, 166. It is 166, isn't it? Yes. I thought, oh my God, have I done the maths wrong? I hope you have really enjoyed this lesson. If you have any questions on the numbers, if there's anything that you are still wondering, please leave me a comment below. If you've enjoyed it, if you've managed to do all the challenges, if there's any challenge that you were like, oh, this was so tricky, or I would like to see some more of this, leave me a comment below. Muchas gracias, chicos. Hasta luego.